Now, hundreds of thousands of federal workers continue to go unpaid during the longest government shutdown in history, thanks to President Donald Trump. Now, this includes government workers considered to be essential to the operation of the United States. Now, it's funny because whenever I hear that, well, I think, okay, well, they're essential. They're essential enough to have to go to work. But apparently, they're not essential enough to pay them. I mean, come on, man. Really? A great example is what's going on in our airports, right? Now, airports are kind of important. Turns out we need people at the airports to make sure that flying is relatively safe, right? Now, airport staff has been hit especially hard by Trump's shutdown. Now, and look, flying is bad enough as it is, right? But now what you have is a situation where employees are calling in sick because they're understandably unwilling to put in time for no pay. Even though there is the promise of back pay, we don't know when that's going to happen. We don't know when the government is going to reopen. So that's a bit of a problem, right? But again, there are some employees that have still decided that they would show up and do their jobs. And despite working without getting paid, they've at least tried to make the best of their situation. So this is great. Now, in recent weeks, passengers at New York's JFK Airport have reported hearing TSA agents blast explicit, uncensored versions of rap songs over their loudspeakers. Because, look, if you're not getting paid, then why not? According to Business Insider, Sicko Mode by Travis Scott and Drake has been prominently heard, as well as Lift Yourself, which apparently is a poop joke or a musical poop joke song by Kanye. Other tracks, of course, from Beastie Boys and Ludacris have also apparently been in rotation. That's great. I love it. Now, of course, I'm not the only one. Apparently, some of the passengers are at least amused and reacted on Twitter. Is De Palma says, TSA has officially stopped giving a fuck. Sicko Mode, dirty version, is playing on the speakers at JFK. Scissor Milan says, apparently the dog whisperer, I don't know if that's the real dog whisperer, by the way, but if it is, great. Says, JFK is playing Sicko Mode. We're living in a simulation. Maybe we are. I don't know. Tracy Ellis Ross Jr. says, I was at JFK at 6:30 a.m. the other day, and they were playing that Poopty Scoops Kanye song, and I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. That's great. And then R.L. Barnes, PhD, says, JFK Airport Carousel blasting No Sleep Till Brooklyn at 10:30 p.m. is kind of all right with me. I agree. And then Molly Templeton finally says, the extremely weird feeling when the airport PA is blasting Paramore's Misery Business like it's a super hot 2007 Friday night at old JFK. Hey, you can't blame them for trying to have fun at the job, especially since they're not getting paid at all. So, yeah, look, I got to give these guys points. I mean, a lot of people are understandably staying home. A lot of people are understandably calling in sick and not necessarily just staying home, but going in and working other jobs because they can't support themselves if they're not getting paid. So these guys who at least are showing up are trying to make light of a bad situation. And so you got to give them a little bit of credit for that. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on, and you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.